This is Rogers TV.
Hi, and welcome to Epiphanies. I'm Rev.Jessie Brandon, and I'm a life cycle celebrant, as well as an ordained metaphysical minister. And with me today, I have three very special guests. This is my dear friend, Louise Buckley, and these are her fur babies. And this is Sophia, and this is Raphael. So... So welcome to Epiphanies. Oh, Sophia's abandoning me. There we go. She's going to go visit her brother. So this is our Christmas show, and I welcome you to visit with us today. Louise and I are going to decorate my Christmas tree. So I guess what we'll do is we'll put the babies back in the cage.
Sure, I can do that.
Can you do that?
Yes, I can do that.
And we're going to decorate the tree. So first I have to explain to you why I wouldn't let you touch this when you first came in. When I was a child, we had to wait while my father went out to the garage and chopped off the end of the tree and put the stand on it. And then he would bring it into the living room and light the fire, and the big wooden box would come in, and it had all the lights and the streamers and everything. And Dad had to do all of that on the tree. And when it was done to his perfect viewing, then we were set loose on the decorations. These are the decorations from my childhood, and I often say these are my father's balls.
I love it.
But they have to go first on the tree. So actually, I will let you put one on.
Thank you.
And just find I forgot my hooks. So just
This
find
works.
a place where it will go.
Very carefully.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just
Beautiful.
make sure. There.
Beautiful.
And now my father is with us for Christmas.
Lovely.
So, well, oh, you know what? Look at that. I did have hooks. We'll save those in case we have anything else. So just pick whatever you want. There's all kinds of kids
Beautiful.
things.
I
and
love it.
I don't have my tree topper either, so we're going to go with Santa Claus. There we go.
He's lovely.
It's lovely.
Perfect.
I forgot my angel at home. So we'll just tuck that in there, and there he is.
Super.
So, tell me about Christmas in England.
Christmas in England for me was a lot of fun. I absolutely love Christmas. I was always up very, very early, as most children are, but I would be up before my brothers and running around, waking everybody up, and that just kind of stayed with me as well, even into adulthood and parenthood. I was always up before my children, and I would be running around and waking them up before they weren't ready to wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so family Christmas was always a big thing. My mum put a lot of effort into it.
Do you have a lot of siblings?
I have two brothers. They're older than I am. Oh, look at the little picture in there. Is that you?
No, that's my daughter Harley, and she's going to kill me for that because I got another one here too. These are our family decorations, and I have other ones that are my fancy decorations, and they're for my tree in the healing parlor, which is my home business. And
This is beautiful.
yeah, these are the family ones that we've had for years. So I always like to have Harley on my tree, and every year she says to me, "Oh, Mom, do you have to do that?" And then, of course, my partner's nickname is Bear, so he's always on the tree.
He has to be on the tree.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had...
Oh, they're beautiful.
Thank you. There's lots of angels in there. I had 7 siblings. The only ones I remember being home are the last 5 of us. And we always had boarders too, so, oh, and I am a Timmy's girl, so I've got to have my Timmy's mug. And And yeah, so we never knew who was going to be around the Christmas tree because sometimes our boarders would go home and sometimes they didn't and they spent it with us. So it was always fun. You never knew what you were going to get. And of course, we always had a big stocking.
Yes, that actually brings back memories of my school.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we always had, well, actually, school time was a great time for me at Christmas time because we would all gather in the assembly hall and we would practice singing Christmas songs and stuff like that. And we used to drive the teachers absolutely crazy because we always changed the words.
Oh, yeah.
But it was. I think those are probably some of my fun memories. Is with my schoolmates and the getting ready for Christmas. This would actually fall right into making. This is beautiful. Making Christmas decorations to bring home.
Yeah, and it says to Santa from Harley, I love you, Santa, and Mrs. Slaws. Oh, she's going to be mad at me. Oh, and here we have another Harley picture. Okay, can you tell I'm a little bit proud of my daughter? I am.
This is adorable. I need to find one this year.
Yeah.
The little chihuahuas.
The chihuahua, because of course I have 2 Chihuahua Terriers at home, Cross.
And that's what these are?
Whoops. Yes. No, yours are purebred, aren't they?
Chihuahuas,
yeah. Chihuahuas.
Yes,
Mine are not purebreds. Mine are a cross with Rat Terrier. And that's why I have the Who Rescued Whom, because we always get rescue dogs. And I like to give a nod to the Rat Terrier Rescue of Canada because that's where we got our babies from this time. And they're absolutely gorgeous. We adore them.
I have to put these on there.
My daughter first started calling them the Butterscotch Twins, but now they are the Butterscotch Monsters. But that's okay, because we love them to death. And we also have 2 cats, so we have to have cats on the tree. Oh, did you just hang the puppies? Good.
Puppies.
Good. Anyway, so as I was saying, we always had lots of boarders, and of course, Christmas dinner was a huge turkey. And this is before the times when there was all the prepackaged stuff. So for a couple of days before Christmas, we would be Mom would leave the bread out to dry, and then we'd be there breaking it all up into the big bowl, and then she'd be adding everything for the stuffing and the stuffing of the turkey and getting up so early in the morning to put the turkey on. And this is for my dog Haven. He's over the Rainbow Bridge, but that's that one. And yeah, there would be probably 5 or 6 different vegetables. I don't know how she did all the work because I complain about what I have to do now. Oh, this is a noisy one. Thank goodness the batteries have worn out. But we'll just put them up here on the house. And yeah, so we also, there's feathers flying everywhere. I want to make mention of the fact that there's quite a controversy, or as they say in your country, controversy, about saying Merry Christmas, because there are 29 different holidays within our Christmas season. And I say that you should say what makes your heart feel good. Yes, you can recognize that there are people who don't celebrate Christmas, so wish them happy holidays if you want, or maybe when you wish someone Merry Christmas, they'll say back to you Happy Kwanzaa, just for example. And I say, you know what, it doesn't matter, we're all one. Christmas to me, of course I know that it is a religious celebration for many people, but for those of us who don't celebrate it that way, it's a time of peace and joy and love. And I love to reach out to people that I know are going to be alone and don't have family to be with. I used to, when it was just Harley and I used to invite people over on Christmas Eve, and that's when I would do my Christmas dinner, because we may or may not have been having company for Christmas Day, and if we did, then it would be leftovers. and which I love. I prefer to do Christmas Day in my pajamas, and I usually try and have a very simple breakfast and just have you know, a really easy day. So this year is the first year that my daughter Harley is having Christmas in her home with her partner, and I'm happy sad about it, because I'm happy that she's starting her own traditions.
Yes.
But I'm sad because it's a big part of my world to create that Christmas dinner and have people in. This year we have a couple of friends who, they've lived in Ontario for 6 or 7 years now, but they're going home out west in the next year. And so we're having them for Christmas. I do hope they're crunchy. And yeah, so there'll be 6 of us around the table. Harley has opened her home to them, which I am delighted with. And yeah, so that's how that is going in our house this year. I'm sad because it'll just be Bear and I for Christmas morning, but maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe I'll get breakfast in bed.
The interesting thing, they're doing okay. They're just destroying everything over there. It's interesting that you talk about how families change. Because my family, I have 3 children, and we've been growing through the changes of Christmas and adding partners to the Christmas, and then them and what they bring to the table as well. And so this year, to try and incorporate everybody, so that, because I value Christmas in the sense of it's a time to feel love and bring everybody together and feel good.
Yeah.
So we're actually doing Christmas on Boxing Day. And then that gives the partners of my children an opportunity to actually be with their families, and then they can come and be with us in our family the next day.
And that's when we're doing Christmas too, is Boxing Day, for that same reason, because I remember in my early days when I had to spend Christmas, listen to me, I had to spend Christmas with my partner's family, and I just hated it because my family was we just loved Christmas. I'm just going to mention that I'm hanging this butterfly. It was a gift from a friend, and it says, "Believe that all things are possible." And that's why I love the spirit of Christmas, because I think we become more benevolent, more aware of, the need for peace and freedom for everyone, and a good meal for everyone. And so, that's what I love about Christmas. I love the attitude. I always wish, we have a friend who celebrates Christmas every day of the year, and she's always sending us posts, only 271 days till Christmas and stuff like that.
Now, it's interesting you say that she celebrates Christmas every day, because my grandfather always said every day should be Christmas Day.
I quite agree.
I used to think about that. What does he mean? What does he mean? And then I started to observe what people,
You do it.
I would observe what happens at Christmas, even for the people that don't enjoy Christmas or they don't celebrate Christmas. There is actually a magic about Christmas that brings everybody together, whether they actually my puppies are just, this is TV, so whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Whatever's happening is happening. Yep.
And so I realized that what he was talking about was the joy of Christmas.
Yeah.
There's a magic in it that brings everybody together. You know? And I call it the magic of Christmas, because I don't see it happening any other time of the year.
That's right. And you know what? Oh, this poor angel keeps trying to jump off. We're going to set her up here and give her a little...
I found a spot.
Yay!
Yes.
Okay.
There we are.
Go. So that's it.
Oh, it's hope. I like that. So what's this one?
Hope,
joy.
Peace over
and
here.
Joy
so we
is
got
here.
hope, joy, and peace. And that is what we wish for everybody for Christmas. I'm just going to maybe set this over here. We won't quite see Santa
Now,
Claus.
before we leave the Christmas tree,
Yes.
there is another tradition that I think a lot of people have, and that's giving gifts on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
So I have, it's not Christmas Eve, but it's the eve before our Christmas, and we're here. And
Oh, thank you, lovely. I didn't think to do
no, that's
that.
okay.
That is so
So I wrapped
sweet.
it so it's easy exit. So you can just slide the thingies off.
So
she says.
And I love that it is a purple
Yes.
purple ribbon, because of course that is me. Oh, she's beautiful. Look, a red cardinal for my tree. And
Tree.
Yes, thank you,
Oh,
darling.
you're welcome.
Oh, that's so lovely.
You're welcome. Do you want to put it on your tree?
Yes, I do. Here, I'm going to hand you back this.
Yes.
Maybe just put it on the table behind you. And let's see where the primary position would be. I think maybe we can set it right here.
Beautiful.
It's a little bit heavy. Oh,
So just turn up the branch a little, and that will secure it. There you go.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
So my new Christmas ornament, the cardinal, and I love those at Christmas. So come on, come back
Thank
and
you.
join me. I think we did a fabulous job.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
And yeah, so we were talking about traditions. I don't know about other people's traditions. I did put out a call to everybody, but it was about a month ago, and I don't think people were thinking about Christmas, and so I didn't get one of you. So next year, I want to hear from you watchers.
That's right.
To find out what your Christmas traditions are. But I do know that we always, because of course I came from a strict Baptist home, Christmas was about the Christ child, and so we went to church and did all of those things. I remember when I lived in Hamilton, a group of us got together and we went out to Ancaster and went from home to home singing Christmas carols.
Yes.
And I loved that. I would
Yes.
love to do that again someday.
Yes.
One year, some friends and I decorated my car and drove around with the windows down with Christmas music playing like you wouldn't believe. And we did pop-up singing to people that we knew that wouldn't throw us out. And we managed to get a couple of good hot cups of cider.
Nice.
So that was nice.
Yes.
And here's to Christmas in your
Thank
home
you.
and in mine.
And yours too, yes.
Yes.
I used to love taking my children out to cut the Christmas tree down.
Oh, yeah.
That was a really big thing. We would go out to a tree farm and we would tromps around in the snow with all of everybody and find that perfect tree. And it was always up to my son to be the one that was going to cut it down. I tried,
Yeah.
but I always tried to find the tree that I couldn't cut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was always fun, and it generates wonderful memories and a sense of family and being together.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny, you know. I tried to think about. I don't know where my dad got our Christmas tree from. I don't know if he went out and cut it down, or if there were lots back then, because we are talking 55 years ago.
Yes.
So I don't quite know where it came from, but I remember the excitement of knowing it was in the garage. And I have his tree stand today.
Oh,
so,
lovely.
Yeah, so I do like to get a new one, a fresh one, and have my dad stand up. But
Wonderful.
and I'm not mentioning my mother too much, but I think she loved Christmas, but it was always so much work for her. It's a good thing
Yes.
she had so many girls.
That's right, yeah.
And yeah, so that was our tradition. I always find, you know, you pile up your things that you got under the tree, and then Boxing Day or the day after, you take everything away and you put it up in your room, and somehow there's I don't know, just a settling in and perhaps a little bit of sadness that the day we've waited for weeks, I think it's 6 weeks now, is suddenly over.
That's
so
right.
do you have any suggestions for what people can do to deal with that holiday sadness?
Start all over again.
That is a wonderful idea.
I think it's nice to actually sit down, maybe the next day, like on Boxing Day, and talk about what you enjoyed from Christmas Day. And maybe share a present, talk about a present that you particularly enjoyed getting it, because it's going to regenerate those good feelings inside of you. And it continues on that feeling of family and being together and an opportunity to laugh and that sort of thing. So that continuing sharing, maybe over breakfast or lunch or brunch.
Yeah.
So
That's a really good idea, to sit and talk about what you received. I mean, you have to be careful that you didn't, like Aunt Susan's present best. There is one thing that I have to do that I just found out. An old friend of mine watches my show every week, and I'm so thrilled. So I just want to say hi. She'll know what this means. And I'm so glad you enjoy the show.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I spent a lot of Christmas Eves at her place. And the year I was having Harley, I even stayed overnight and got to have, Christmas morning with her family.
Wonderful.
She had 3 boys. So, it was always, I can remember wrapping presents at her place on Christmas Eve at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Only to see them destroyed the next morning. But it was always lots of fun. And her parents were wonderful people to me. So, good memories. And but getting back to what you said, I really like that idea of choosing one of the gifts and talking about what it meant to you and why it's special and that kind of thing. Because if we bring attention the day after, when everything is kind of, we kind of reinvigorate the whole point of why we exchange gifts.
That's right.
They certainly don't have to be expensive.
No.
I think that it's the smallest thing, like a beautiful cardinal for your tree. I mean, I love Christmas decorations for my tree. I go out every year right after Christmas to hit the sales.
That's right.
And try to get something really special that I maybe couldn't afford before
That's
Christmas.
right, yes.
But
And Christmas ornaments are a wonderful way of bringing back memories and having good feelings about each Christmas. If you have a specific one with a meaning from previous years, then as you're decorating the tree and when you're taking it away, you can even if you made it a family tradition to take down the tree together.
oh, what a wonderful idea.
Yes, because then you can start talking about, oh, remember this one, and oh, that was funny, and I remember that, and when you put effort into the tree and the meaning of the tree, it's not necessarily what the tree represents to everybody else, it's what it represents to you. And then as your children grow, they will bring that forward with their children.
Oh, what a lovely idea. I like that. Mind you, the tree doesn't come down till mid to end January in my house because Bear loves Christmas. And so he likes to keep the trees up as long as we can. We usually put up 2 or 3.
Yes.
So, but that's a great idea. I love that.
Yeah.
You know what I'd love now? And I'd like us to get the puppies.
Yes.
And then I would love you. She found a poem that is a take on an old Christmas poem.
Who's coming first?
'Twas the Night Before Christmas. But this one involves the puppies. So, hello, baby. Hello.
Come here,
What are you
darling.
doing? This is Raphael that I have.
Come here. Come here.
They don't necessarily just jump into your arms, do they?
Well, she waits to be picked up, so she'll sit nicely like a little lady, and then she got my piece of paper.
Okay.
So it's Puppy's Christmas, and it was written by an anonymous author. It was the night before Christmas when all through the house the puppies are squeaking an old rubber mouse. The wreath which was merrily hung on the door is scattered in pieces all over the floor. The stockings that hung in a neat little row now boast a hole in each toe. We know about that. The tree was subjected to bright-eyed whims. Now, although splendid, is missing some limbs. Can see where this is going, can't we? I catch them and hold them and say, "Be good, I insist." Be good. They lick my face and run off to see what they've missed. This is about you. And now I watch them. A thought comes to me. Theirs is the spirit that Christmas should be. Should children and puppies yet show us the way? Let me bring you up here. And teach us the joy that should come on this day. Could they bring the message that's written above to tell us all that most of all, Christmas is love?
Well, thank you so much. That is really pretty. I like
lovely,
that.
isn't it?
There's a lot of us that are puppy owners that know absolutely what you speak of.
Yes.
And we'll just see what happens this year. We'll have to phone each other and say, well, my tree didn't survive, or my tree did survive.
And this is their first Christmas. So we'll see how the Christmas tree and everything survives with them.
Yeah, when are you putting your tree up?
I haven't. Usually I do 12 days before Christmas, and then it's down 12 days after Christmas.
Ah, okay. All right.
That is a tradition.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes.
You see, our tree goes up December 1st. Mm-hmm. And then last year they did not come down until January 30th. Hello, darling. Yes. I'm just going to sit here and snuggle a puppy. You people can do whatever you want. I'm in heaven.
Yes.
So yeah, so Christmas is about love and peace and sharing sharing the joy of your lives with other people, and making sure that you bring joy to the world, and that you do some work on yourself to be able to be at peace during the season, to be able to give peace to other people, and just to be able to have a good time and a happy time. And if you're not with family, then seek out friends. Mm-hmm. And just make sure that you give yourself the gift of Christmas, which is to say joy, peace, and love. So Louise, it's been such a pleasure. It went so fast.
It did.
Thank you for helping me decorate my tree.
Thank
Now
you.
you have to help me get it home.
Yes. Okay.
So Louise Buckley and Raphael and Sophia have joined us for Christmas. We hope you've enjoyed it, and I ask you to please have a very Merry Christmas. May there be peace, love, and joy abound in your life, and we'll see you next year. Thanks so much for watching Epiphanies. I'm Rev.Jessie Brandon. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.